Today's stream might end up being like the shortest stream on the channel. It just kind of depends on how our luck goes with the Bugfrag trader. First of all, booting into white version real quick. I did go ahead and farm... did go ahead and acquire Mistman 1, 2, 3, and 4. An unfortunate thing is that when I was grinding for team, because this is white version and there's ground style, I was using Gutsman V2 to clear ACDC 1 trash mobs, and I got ground style instead. Thankfully, my previous save was just after upgrading custom, so I do have custom 1 on this file. It's not particularly relevant to most things, but the point is, I grinded again for a new style change, this time using not Gutsman, like anything but Gutsman. And I did in fact get these 3. And then the V4, I basically just re-rolled over and over again for Z straight or whatever. Got straight QRS. And then basically one-shot him with it. I mean, I had to use a step cross after to kill him, but Mistman is kind of an easy Navi to sunlock, so yeah, that's done. I just need to figure out how I'm going to trade these over, but it does feel good that I at least have them on hand. But now, jumping into BN3 Blue, that basically just leaves, what is it, 14 V4 chips for each of the Navis. And I went ahead and grinded out a bunch of Bugfrags. It only took me about an hour, maybe a little bit longer, but I also messed around with the Navi Cust a bit, so I'd say probably about an hour for 600 or so. This is all ACDC 1 with my like Program Advanced folder with a bunch of bubblers, Bug Vs, cannons, spreaders, all that kind of shit. But yeah, so that means we get 60 rolls on the Bugfrag Trader lottery, as it were. And the reason I'm doing this to start... Well, the shitty thing is I don't have team style right now. So if I don't get everything I need, I'm going to have to grind for team style, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. But you never know. We're just going to roll with it, though. We'll see what I end up with. Japan Man V4. Wow, that is a hell of a way to start off. Okay. Not good. Okay. Flashman V4. All right. Sand Stage. Kingman V2, okay. Rotoman V4, that's 3. Grass Stage. Drillman V2. No. No, it's actually kind of decent, but not what I'm looking for. Gutsman V2. Oof. Oof. We're off to such a good start. I got 3 of them with the first 100, and now things are looking a little bit not great. Metalman V4, there's another one. There's 4. 4 to 14. Plantman V4, that's insane. That'll be good for... Well, no, never mind. You can't get an S+ if you use a Navi chip, but that could be good for the Omega Navis and whatnot, for sure. Which I need all these in order to fight them anyway, but yeah. Was that 5? All these Team 2s. Shot 3. Just a regular Beastman. So many Team 2s. Fanfare. Beastman V4, there we go. That's 6. Shadow H, not what I'm looking for. And the Drillman V2. I don't know what's up with that. Flameman V3, close. Drillman V4. Is that one that I already got? So that's half. No, it's not. That's really cool, actually. So I got what? Japan Man, Flash Man, Proto Man, Metal Man, Plant Man, Beast Man is 6, Drill Man is 7. So I got half of them. I got exactly half of the V4s with half of my Bugfrags. Let's see if that RNG can keep up. Navi 20. Bubble Man V4, holy shit. Just need Desert Man and Flame Man for the World 3 Navis. Flame Man V4, holy crap. So Desert Man is the one that I'm missing from them. I think I need Desert Man, King Man I don't think I have. Desert Man, Dark Man, and Guts Man I think. There's Dark Man V4, holy shit. Alec 30. Honestly, maybe even instead of grinding for team style, which I could still do, I could just grind Bugfrags. Come back. There's Desert Man. Oh my god. So who am I missing? 80. I'm only missing 3 of them, right? Because it's 81 plus the 4 Mistman chips. Is there a roll V4? Probably not, right? Because you can't fight her, so probably not. So Gutsman, I'm missing. Kingman and Bowlman. Guts, King, and Bowl. There's King. Oh my god. I can't believe this is actually where. Oh, there's Guts. So now I just need Bowlman. Extremely effective. I'm like surprised. We need Bowlman though. 15 rolls for Bowlman. More Navi 20s. Come on, 12 rolls. What's up, Eric? Regular Drill Man. Wood 30. Alright, come on. 5 more rolls. This'll save me from having to grind out team style. If I get this. Shake 3. That's a really good chip, actually, for Alpha Omega. 3 more rolls. 2 more. Hero Sword P. Last one. Last one. And, okay. So we're just missing Bowlman. Yeah. I did mention before some of y'all got here that I did get Team Style in White version, and I went ahead and got Mistman V4, which I was gonna say if it was literally any other V4 I was missing, I could go for it. Like I could go for it in White version to trade over with the Mistman chips. Problem is that it's literally Bowlman that I'm missing, which is version exclusive to here. So maybe that's symbolic or something. Now what? Oh yeah, let me show you what I did with the Navi Cust, because I did max out custom style. So I managed to squeeze press in here alongside Hub Batch, Fast Gauge, and Custom 2. Like when I fought Mistman, Yeah, I think I'm gonna go grind Bugfrags. I mean, that's probably better than grinding team style, right? Because custom is going to be useful for fighting the harder variants of the Navis and whatnot. And with this folder, it's really easy to get custom style. So I could potentially, if I get custom again, then I could end up getting a different element, which would be nice. Because heat is kind of... Heat is only really good with gut style, in my opinion. Maybe ground style, actually, with heat is pretty good, too, because then you crack multiple panels in front of you. But with a build that you're not focusing on charge shots, heat charge shot is just too slow. I feel like I want aqua or wood with that. Yeah, so we'll go grind Bugfrags for a bit. It only took me about an hour to get 600, so... By that logic, it'd take about 15 minutes to get 150, right? With that math. But getting Yamato V4... I keep calling him Yamato, but Japan Man V4... On, I think, the first roll was pretty crazy. And it seems like it doesn't want to give me duplicates of V4s, which is nice. I don't know if that's baked in or not. Like, if that's intentional. Also, let me go ahead and throw some of these in here, though. Japan Man's chip is probably pretty cracked. Creates 3 caves in enemy area. That's for the bats, right? I guess it sends more bats each time, because the damage stays the same. Plantman is really the cracked one, though. I'm running Navi 20s. Do I have any more wood 30s? Can I go buy wood 30 stars or nah? I want to see where I can get those, because I kind of want to max on those real quick. So... Chip locations, BN3. Wood, plus 30. Chip order. Okay, so you can't chip order those. Let's do that once I get out of secret area. So that way I'm for maximum cheese. Which means I can cut the attack 10s. Well, no, because for bodyguard these are really good. Can only put 2 of them, but... Also, I'm running roll for Big Heart, but I feel like I never end up getting that. I feel like I could probably just cut Plantman 1, if I'm honest. You know? Yeah. At least for now. Yeah, honestly, this post-game has not been as daunting as I expected. It's actually a lot more fun than I thought it'd be, which is good. That's also, well, I guess fighting the bosses again for their V4s wouldn't be too bad. It's just like, reroll until you get bodyguard immediately, kind of like with Mistman with Gut Straight, or Z Straight or whatever it's called, that I was doing. And I was doing that with no hub batch either, but Mistman is like, Mistman's such a joke that, it's not really hard to avoid taking damage, or at least avoid getting stunned. And like, you can cancel his poison mist, but even if you step in the poison mist, it's not going to lower your rank, so it's pretty nice. Put a decent amount of Zenny. Chip order. Wait, can I chip order even though well, I guess it depends on the chip, right? Some of them only let you have one at a time. 300, uh-oh. That'd pair well with Guardian, but... Oh, I could also run... I could run multiple anti-damage and anti-navis. Well, no, that's the wrong code for, No, it's the wrong code, I see. It needs to be M. That's right. I was thinking for a second, wait, you could run more for higher odds of drawing it, but yeah. Oh, I can only order one. That's fine, though. So we got 2 times hero. Alright, custom this. Let's... Oh, wait. Put him in V4, though. Where did he go? You can trade chip codes you don't want to get more copies of what Higsby has. Oh. Interesting. I think for Wood 30s... I only have stars, so I can't really do that with that, but yeah. Step Cross is insane. I can just pair it with Plantman if I really want to. And I have the Program Advance. And I can pair this with any of the Big Heart components as well. I feel like the Recovery 300 is low-key kind of good as a backup, considering I'm running Hub Batch, and so that's like over half health restored. So... Holy Panel could be decent in certain cases too. It's probably not great, but yeah. Also, why do I have Fast Gauge in my folder when I'm literally running it? Area Grab. I don't think I have any other Area Grab stars. Doubt it. Oh, wait a second, I have exactly the number of Wood 30s I need. Wait a minute. I feel like Invis is kind of whatever. Attack 10s are good for bodyguards, so I kind of want to keep them. Maybe I only run 2, though, specifically for that. Since like, pretty much everything else I'm drawing, I'd rather be using Navi 20s or Wood 30s anyhow. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, that's all I can run, right? Yeah. Plantman V4, V3. That's pretty solid. What do I tag for my reg chip, though? Probably Area Grab, right? Or Invis? No, probably Area Grab. Keep it pretty low on the list. Cool. Now the question is, how many Bugfrags do you think I need to grind? Maybe I'd go for like 15 minutes and just see where I'm at. Or something like that. Mini bomb. Yes. Good, we got a triple off rip. We need 200. Yeah, I'm down for that. The thing is, in my white version, I thought I was further than I was. I literally didn't even have 100 standard chips in that. So I couldn't go to secret area initially, which is kind of a bummer. Because, I think anti-Navi is in secret 2, so I need 140. And so what I did was I had collect on while I was grinding, not Bugfrags, but while I was grinding for team style. And I chip traded away a bunch of shit. And so that did get me over the, I wasn't paying attention. Whoops. That's very bad. Only had 2 chips to get from the Bugfrag trader and took away your whole stack of 400, man. That sucks. But yeah, I acquired so many shockwaves and cannons in white version, so I could just chip trade them away to try to get close to 140. But then, after attempting Mistman with the Gut Straight PA, it was just like... That shit is so strong. I think I managed to get, like... I don't know, at least 1200, if not, like, 1400 damage or something on him, which is crazy. Did not expect for it to be that potent. You couple that with Area Grab Star Reg Chip, so that way you can guaranteed land it and just stunlock him. It's really nasty. Do the Omega Navis have super armor or anything like that? Like the ones that don't normally have super armor? Like, is there any other additional stipulation? Are they just like faster with tougher patterns or something? Maybe I should have grinded like 1,000 Bugfrags. Faster movement and attack speed, okay. Is their HP pool higher too? I would imagine so. Let's see, sadly I can't. I don't want to risk this. I'm just gonna take this route. Yep, okay, cool. That means I can't necessarily just bodyguard cheese all the fights. Yeah, that'll work. There is a way to time that to where you won't take damage, but it's very tight window. Get some extra zenny from this too, which is nice. Yeah, it's really good also that I got 31 out of 32 program advances done. So that way I just get one of the V5s from Kingman or Bullman. Which I mean, I have to get all of them, obviously, but get one of those, pair it with Team 1, Team 2, and that's done, like, already. I guess what's nice too is I don't need to acquire all the Giga chips, which is really nice. I'm kind of surprised that's not a requirement of some kind, but I'm not complaining. Also, I mentioned that I accidentally got ground style initially because I was using Gutsman to try to grind for team in white version, which you can do that in blue version, which is kind of sick. Because it's just like, you just reg chip Gutsman V2 and it one-shots all of these encounters in this area. So you can kind of just go on autopilot, which is cool. But when I actually grinded for team style, after realizing that Gutsman was not going to do what I wanted it to do, I was using Flashman, at which point I ended up getting Elect team style, and then I actually conveniently saved just before that last battle before the style change. And so I soft reset and tried to see if I would get a different element, and I didn't. And so I'm wondering if because I was using Flashman over and over and over again, if that is, because it's an elect chip, if that leaned me in the direction of getting elect as my element. But now I'm trying to think of what chips I was using when I was grinding when I got Heat Custom, like what I was using. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but it does seem like it's something that gets locked in at a certain point, considering I soft reset and it was still the same. I guess I could have soft reset a few more times to test it out, but yeah. So I'm wondering, because I'm using bubblers, would I end up getting Aqua Custom because of that? Since Heat Custom is already maxed out. I think we're probably guaranteed to get a different element for sure, right? And in fact, Wood would be really good because of Alpha. Fighting Alpha Omega with Wood Custom would be kinda sick. Although I do have folder back, so I mean, I don't really need to worry about not being able to deal enough damage. I just need to make sure I don't take too much damage. And another thought I had was, if style changes remained a thing, or, you know, in the instance of Star Force 3, where we had noise changes, which are basically style changes, I had this thought that, you know, once you unlock custom style, that having the ability to just switch to any styles that you've already unlocked, outside of battle, of course, but like having access to those, so that way, if you don't feel like leveling up a particular style, you don't have to feel as pressured to like do however many battles to improve the style to max before moving on, you know? And then it had me thinking about, in the event of a BN7, no doubt if a BN7 were to happen or something, some system similar to double solar crosses would come back. Or if, like, Star Force 4, maybe noise changes come back or something. I do like the idea of maybe making the upgrading of, like, being able to upgrade your double souls, or your crosses, to some effect. I feel like would be really sick. Like, you kind of spec different crosses into different directions or something. Maybe it doesn't even have to be permanent. Maybe you get... Maybe you could have some kind of Navicust adjacent system for each of the crosses. Obviously not a 5x5 necessarily, but like a small grid where you place power-ups or something to influence different things. Maybe there could even be programs that change the charge shot, right? Like if there's multiple different variants. I'm just like dumping a bunch of ideas that I've had in the back of my mind. But and then I've been thinking even more about the whole concept of a BN7 or a new a new Mega Man RPG being 3D models in the overworld and then pixel art in the battles. And as I'm playing SMT4, that's like literally what that game is. And I think it works kind of perfectly, in a sense. I'll get into it when I eventually talk about SMT4 in a video, which is likely. I do feel like something is missing though. Like I kind of wish it wasn't for 3DS. I wish it was for a home console, personally, but SMT4 does have a 3D overworld with pixel art battles, and it doesn't feel jarring in that way. That was kind of my biggest concern. And even to take it a step further, you could even have the net still be pixel art because it is the internet and it's digitized in that way. That could be kind of a cool, like, you'd want much more detailed pixel art, right? But you could totally keep all of the net stuff still pixel art as, like, just to strengthen the difference between the real world and the cyber world. Obviously, this is all hypothetical, though, because we all know Capcom's probably not gonna... It's very unlikely that they return to, the Mega Man RPGs, probably. Ba-da-da-ba-ba. Alright, let's see. Let's see how many Bugfrags I'm at. 147. If I get another 2-piece encounter, then let's just go with the 150, because that didn't take that long, and so if I need to come back and do this again, it's not the biggest deal. It's probably better this way, in fact, so the stream wasn't like 20 minutes long, but even so. Yoka. My bad. I'm gonna check the green mystery datas real quick. I don't know why I used a sneak run, doesn't really matter here. Low roll on that. That's like a lower roll too, I think. I think it's 1500, 3300, 5800, and 8000 are the options. I know this because that's like how I farmed Zenny. To be able to buy the like the standard chips that I had to buy and all that. And like pieces for program advances as well. Your chip order. And you know, it is interesting. We all complain about press and energy change and alpha and black mind, these like mandatory story programs. And yeah, they're annoying. I would prefer it if they were not mandatory to traverse certain areas. And I mean, most of them you don't have to use in past the main story anyway for like certain sections. But for press, it's like looking at this here. Custom 2, fast gauge, hub batch, and 2 charges. And like, yeah, I could squeeze 2 more charges right here. But it's like, what else am I gonna put here? Humor? You know, it's like, I feel like in the later games it maybe would have been more egregious because of how much more you can do with an Avicust. Maybe 4 and 5 are kind of similar, but 6 with being able to put stuff off grid and all that, there's like much more options. And I'm almost like, yeah, it's annoying, but it's also like, what am I going to put here? Maybe if I don't run hub batch, if you're not running hub batch, but like hub batch is such a high value thing. Unless you for some reason don't care about having air shoes, undershirt, super armor, custom 1, mega folder 1. Like it's so much powerful shit bundled into one thing that is pretty space effective. And so I don't see why you wouldn't run it unless you're really concerned about having half health. Which is understandable. Because, you know, super armor is only useful if you're taking hits, but then so is HP. So, you know what I mean? Like that logic of just don't get hit doesn't really work. You could run other stuff, I guess, like more offensive-based stuff, but I don't know. Anti-sword. Japan Man V2. We're looking for Bullman V4. Volcano. Come on now. Another Flame Man V4, that's our first dupe for V4s. Wire 40. Come on now. Come on, Bullman. Give me a strike. A spare? No. Very unfort. I don't remember where my last save was, so I don't want to risk, like... Well, no, it like, auto-saves by the Bugfrag trader anyway, so... It's fine. I will say though, once this place stops being a threat, once you beat Serenade, you should be able to jack out directly. I'm surprised, like that should be a thing. Because like while this place feels dangerous pre-Serenade, I understand not being able to jack out directly, but we're the Under King. Like Mega Man is the Under King, so I don't really see why he wouldn't be able to leave directly. Hold up. Just making sure everything looks good. Tab-wise. Alright. I'll grind another 150. And then I'll come back. That only took me, what, like 20 minutes? Also, I'm like in the shadows right now. It's better. Better be on the surface of the sun than in the shadows, I guess. Well, it depends. There's probably a comp here that I could grind in. Nah, it's fine. So you have that. But it is also kind of weird, or it was kind of weird jumping back into white version, which is the one I grew up with. And like, yeah, the blue menus and some of the other color differences and whatnot, now they feel a little bit jarring having been playing so much of blue version, which is odd. They're so, the two versions are so similar though, that it's like, it's really kind of negligible which one you play, in my opinion. Alright. Yeah, that's still equipped. Might end up getting a style change during this, in fact. I don't know approximately how many battles... Oh! That reminds me again. Since I was using Collect during my team style grind, what ended up being a ground style grind in white version, but then team style grinding for that, was because I had Collect on, I kind of had a gauge of how many battles I was doing because you're guaranteed to get chip drops after battle. Yeah, it's being stubborn. Although Bullman is a cheater in the anime, so... Wasn't that him? Doesn't he pull some, like, cheating shenanigans or whatever? I was very ill at the time when I was watching that most recently, so... There's something like that, though, where he was, like, fucking with the bowling balls and all that. So I wouldn't be surprised if he rigged the machine himself. So I've done 750 Bugfrags so far. So part of me wants to grind to 250 now, so that way we can say it was around 1,000. Alright. These 25 rolls. There's a wood 30, I didn't have to buy the other one, but whatever. Not looking great so far, but then again, I just need one pull. on now. Please don't make me grind more Bugfrags, please. We got a roll, so. Actually, yeah, you can pull rolls from here then. Okay. $10 duds. Come on now. Please, please. Please, RNGesus. Please don't do this. Samurai armor comp. Ooh, yeah, that is close. That's in the lobby. I mean, I guess you have to kind of be wary of Japan Man showing up, right? But aside from that, come on, man. Come on. Burnt. Wow, that's kind of a crazy pull, though. Please. 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 I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing ever, but like, it'd be so nice to be able to just end my suffering. We got no V4s this time, which is, I mean, maybe the odds are lowered for getting duplicates, like I was saying, but come on. Thousand Bugfrags, and I can't believe I got 13 out of 14 in that first 600. And then I've only gotten I got like one dupe, which, like I said, the odds could be lower for getting those, but like no bull man. That's rough, buddy. I'm not sure. Because, I mean, I could easily just grind this out off stream. I feel like we're probably pretty close to getting a style change, though, so I feel like that'd be kind of cool to have on the record. But it's going to be custom again, because I haven't been going for team style. That's kind of the unfortunate thing with this, is like, it's like, well, I could have grinded for team style in all this time. Also, isn't it kind of annoying once you've maxed? If you max custom style like I did, and you want to keep it, you kind of have to be swapping elements every 100 battles, right? Because they force you to search for a new one once you've maxed it. I don't know what happens if you get that style again. If they allow you to, if they just say, oh, you've maxed this one already. Like, if you've maxed this one already, let's look for a new one again. Only for you to pull, like, just a different element. Or if you are able to keep it or something. I don't know how that works. We'll find out. They probably just force you to reroll every 100 battles, which is a little annoying. Although I guess by that point, you'd probably be preparing for PvP anyway, so you wouldn't really be doing battles in-game for that. Oh! It's time. Oh. I guess, yeah, because I had Hub Batch installed this entire time. Is that good? I know I miss out on the extra custom slot, but I have custom 2 and Hub Batch, so that's custom 3. Let me look at what programs you even get. I know you get Bug Stop eventually. That'd be cust. Oh no, wait, no, I want style. What am I doing? Style Change. Bug style. Mega Man will start the battle with any 2 positive bugs and any 1 negative bug. E. Bug stop is after 120 battles. I'm kind of maybe down to just do this to get bug stop. Yeah, I can maybe see about squeezing another custom in. Let's just go for it. Plus, I was... Yeah, so I have to select improve this one to get bug stop at 120. What does Dark License even do? That's at 200 after. Dark License. Chips that need hole to be used can be used without it. Like what? Like Geyser and shit like that? Or am I thinking of something else? I don't know what the whole chip even does, really. Like what you can do with that. Either way, if I want to get bug stop, which is actually like... Wait, can I do bug stop with hub batch to get my 1000 HP back? Does that work? Oh, and I see what you mean now about Oh, Serenade and Bass. Oh. It's kind of dope though. Yeah, I see what you mean though, using the yellow custom one. So that way I can still have hub batch active, and I can max out my charge, which is nice too. Yeah, I can do O, E. How do I do this? I mean, I don't need press, really. Well, that's like the same thing if I do it reversed, right? Oh, probably, this is probably better, right? Oh, I can keep press. Where the fuck is press? Put the yellow here. Or no, I have 2 yellows, yeah? No, I do not. That is really good. Pretty good, actually. Yeah, Wood Element is really good. That's why I was so tempted to take it. Because I was just saying how good wood charge shot it would be on would be. Weapon, yeah, weapon level. I could do that without press. For now, I'm gonna keep press because we're gonna be going back to the Bugfrag trader. But I guess once we're done with that, I don't think I'm gonna need press at all. Maybe some Omega Navis spawn in an area that requires press or something, but also once I get, well, now I know that once I get bug stop, once I get bug stop, yeah, it would give me back my HP. Yeah, that's super sick. I'm super down for that. Then I can play PvP in BN3. BN3 PvP is so cancerous though, so I'm just like not even sure that that'd be fun, but I would have a lot of the tool set to be able to hang. What was I saying though? And also, if I have bug stop equipped too, then that means that following style changes, since I wouldn't have the bug, I wouldn't get bug style again. I would actually get custom, like I was kind of trying to go for this time. I wasn't really trying to necessarily go for anything specific, but... I'm not necessarily against grinding to get bug stop, so that way we're not glitching out fighting the Omega Navis at least. Like, do the rest of it off stream. Because, like, yeah, I could go for Dark License, that sounds pretty good. You can do so much busted shit without running Serenade and all that, though. And, like, I get it. I get that that's really good still, but... I'm also like, you know what's really good is, like, Bodyguard and base X, or base GS and shit like that. And, like, Anubis and, like, all that other garbage. Plant Man. In fact, considering that most people probably bought the Legacy Collection on Switch, I feel like, yeah, there's probably some other insane people who own it on Steam that are doing, like, all this crazy shit that I'm doing, too. I feel like the pool of high-level players is probably lower, maybe? I don't know. So, like, it's possible that I could actually end up ranking pretty highly. But that would be assuming that PvP is even active, which it's probably not. It's really one of those where people just match up with other people intentionally instead of randomly queuing. Makes sense, I guess, but... If there was crossplay, I feel like that'd be less of an issue. I feel like if there was crossplay and all, 1.5 million or whatever it sold, people were potentially going online, I feel like maybe you'd have a decent chance of encountering someone. But then again, there's 6 different games, like 6 different online lobbies, I guess you would call them, or servers. Probably not they're probably not separate servers. I don't know how that works. My point is, you still have to match up and be playing the same game as someone else out there within the collection. So it's not necessarily that cut and dry, but the odds would be a lot higher, at least. 73. 74. Beep boop up, beep beep boop up, beep boop up. Like 200 fights for Dark License, that is so much, though. I mean, I know it's a powerful program, but I'm just like, is it worth it, though? Compared to what else you could be going for? I'm not entirely sure. And then I guess if you pivot away from a certain style and then come back to it later, and then you go for the improvement, then it'll just do the next level that you maybe didn't do, right? Like, I get Bug Stop now, I pivot over to Custom or something, and if I come back to Bug Style later, then I would immediately start making progress towards Dark License, right? Isn't that how it works? It wouldn't make sense, because, like, you can only get one of each program, so it wouldn't make sense to make you do it again. So that must be how it works. It's just a shame you have to go out of your way to get the style again, though. Because it really is one of those things that, like, if you don't do the post game, and even then, you could do a good chunk of the post game without getting a ton of style changes even. You probably will get some because of farming for certain chips, but like, if you don't do the post game at all, the style change system is just like, it's like barely a factor in that case, which is kind of a shame. Like in the main story. Unless you're literally fighting everything you come across, which sounds very tedious. At least during the campaign. Oh, I don't even know if I have enough already. Oh wait, we can get the sick... The tornado counter. Then again though, I was saying how wood style would be super good against alpha, so it's almost like maybe I do just pick to progress towards Dark License anyway. So that way I have, you know, bug style with bug stop. So no actual bugs to deal with. 101? Ah, fuck. Okay. I'll go to 110 then. But then I have that wood charge shot, as opposed to re-rolling for a different style, and then probably having it not be bug, because, yeah, like, what are the odds of that happening? I guess 1 in 4. Actually, the odds are 25%. Exactly. Maybe you have a higher chance of getting a different element that you don't currently have, so maybe... I don't know how that works exactly. I wish that was that element was... At that element, I wish that was a little bit more transparent. Then again, a lot about this game's systems are not particularly, Oh, I fucked it up. That's fine though, because I didn't want an 8 drop, because then I would need to push to 120. One more 3. Okay, we'll counter 2 of these guys. Yeah, like, let's see. I guess I can check how many bug styles I got, because I don't think I opted to improve any. Fixed, customizing, business trip, shield style. That's right, I got shield style first. I didn't improve it, though, at all. That's how you get, like, first berry and shit. Shadow style I got during Plantman's dungeon. I guess I got custom. Was it custom? Did I get custom during like the final scenario, or was that during post game? I don't remember. No, I definitely had shadow style when I came back to post game stuff. So yeah, I literally got the mandatory one, and then I got one more style change during the story, and that's it. And even now, in the post-game, I've been grinding towards styles at times. And, I've only gotten 2. But then again, I did opt to improve custom all the way, so that's like... Isn't it like 50 or something, plus 100, plus like 150? Something like that. So that's a lot. That's several potential style changes. But yeah, in this game, it really is the improvement that takes the most time. And I kind of do like the hub style adjustments being or the hub style buffs being a program in this game. I think that's cool. Especially with how that is a very safe way to get bug style, as we just saw with my current circumstance. Was I taking damage in the custom screen? I had to have been. That's wild. Taking damage when not actually fighting is crazy. I do kind of wish his overworld model did reflect the style change that you have active, though. That would be super dope. Beep up. Interrupted. The shitty thing is because sneak run doesn't even work here. The only way to really hear this track play for a while is to stand still, because it doesn't pick up where you left off. That's the thing I like about modern RPGs, especially. I don't know when that started exactly, but like the overworld theme not restarting every single time after coming out of a battle. It's like kind of a minor innovation in gaming in general, but specifically RPGs because it's mostly a random encounter thing. Or even if it's not random encounters, just like, you know, encounters that don't happen in the same, like, you know, an action game, the encounters, quote unquote, just happen, as opposed to taking you into another separate screen. Right, come on, 11 more rolls. 1110 Bugfrags. I probably look like the biggest ass at the beginning when I was like, this might be one of the shortest streams on the channel. And like, it's not the longest so far, but it's definitely, come on, man, come on. You can do it. Stop giving me elect 30s for the millionth time. Please, Bullman. Jesus Christ, man. My favorite net Navi. Jesus Christ, man. I'm down to do one more. I'll go grind until like the 2-hour mark. And then we'll do the final rolls and see if I get it. And if I get it, that'll be hype, and if I don't, oh well, I'll get it before next time. How many elect 30s do I have? Like, oh my god. Beep boop beep 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 beep. I guess the plus side is that this is less bug stop grinding I have to do off stream. But this would be happening regardless, so like it doesn't really make much of a difference for me whether I do this on stream or off. In fact, I typically try to avoid doing grinding on stream, but this one's kind of unavoidable. Plus, I got the first 13 in like the first 20 minutes of this stream, and yet here we are, like an hour and a half later. That's the other kind of cool thing about this game as well, where, yes, I do think there is some satisfaction for sure in RPGs when it comes to like leveling up and getting stronger just kind of numerically. I tend to prefer RPGs that are more than that, personally. Like a lot of older school RPGs, like most of the customization and progression is just leveling up. Of course, you got spells you can, you know, buy and learn and all that, sure. You know, eventually in FF6, 7 and 8, you have like other ways to customize and all that, which is cool. But like, what I think is interesting about this game is like, yes, there were HP memories to still get in the post game, but Mega Man's power level as like an individual has not really changed much. It's more so, you know, determined by the programs that I put in the Navicust and the chips I load out in my folder. So it's kind of in a different way, and a lot of it does rely on execution too, because it is an action combat system. It's interesting too because it's action turn-based, which is not really something that is very common at all. I know we've talked... Battle Network fans talk about this battle system being very unique, and it is. But even just being a game... Well... No, well, I was going to say random encounters, but like Tales is a series that is action combat with random encounters, but there's no turns. The thing with Battle Network, though, is that you can like kind of choose when to take your next turn, quote unquote. Which is why the PvP is so interesting, because like it does force you into the custom screen. And like that's why liberation missions are so cool in BN5. I don't know why I did that. It's because it forces you into the custom screen, and I kind of wonder... I know it would change a lot about how these games work, but I do wonder if things would be a little more balanced, maybe against the player somewhat, if you were forced into the custom screen even during the main story or something. Or at the very least, maybe during boss fights. So that way you can't just camp forever if you're like waiting on something or whatever. Though usually, you know, charge shots are useful, but usually you do want to just enter the custom screen as soon as possible anyway. Not always, though. You're waiting for the right opportunity to use a certain program advance or something. Like you think about with base, or like maybe you have a chip that you're waiting to use to cancel him out of his super attack so he doesn't respawn his aura. Beep, boop, 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 beep. Yeah, there's like lots of interesting... There's lots of interesting ideas that could work for a new Battle Network or a new Star Force or just a new Mega Man RPG in general. There's like so many ideas. And it's like, man, I really think that the popularity of turn-based, and like I'm saying, the turn-based is kind of loose in these games, but there is still like kind of a turn function. The popularity of turn-based games, even like Baldur's Gate being the most notable one, but even like Persona being huge, at least within like the core gaming sphere. I guess you could say Pokemon, but like Pokemon, I don't think people necessarily play Pokemon for the turn-based combat necessarily. But I think it does expose a lot of people to turn-based gameplay for sure. It's just like in the games, it's not particularly deep. Well, like the systems are deep, but you know, I've gone into it before. The games like don't even come close to leveraging even like somewhat of the amount of what Pokemon could be. Like especially if you look at the competitive side and how deep it does go over on that side. But still, that still is a popular series that is turn-based. It's just, I don't know Like, there are no doubt Pokemon fans that have pivoted into Mega 10 or, like, other turn-based things, but different playable characters. Yeah, I think that'd be cool for a Star Force game. I think that would be neat. One more and we'll be at 1,200 total. Or at least as far as how many I've fed the Bugfrag trader once we do these final 90. Double what I started with. $600 of which are basically just going for this singular chip. Come on now. Alright, RNGesus. I want this chip in any way possible, so if it's the first roll, second roll, whatever, but if it's the last roll, if it's the 9th roll, that would be pretty hype. But I want it, any of the 9 rolls. Any of them. Shooby-dooby-doo. Please, please. Over the Zenny. Kind of rolling in it, but just in case. Also, what's my save time at? There was some soft resetting in there, so 46 is not entirely accurate, but... What am I doing? It'll probably be, between 50 and 60 hours for, in fact, I could see it being actually just like sub 50, depending on my RNG here, with getting this last V4, but, 50 hours for 100%ing a pretty sizable RPG. I think that's a pretty good, I think it's a pretty good time. What the fuck am I trying to say? A pretty good duration for something like that. It's cool to have a lot of content sometimes, and it's cool every so often to have like a 100-hour experience, whether that be 100% or whatever. But I feel like 50 hours is kind of like the sweet spot. For at least doing the vast majority of what is on offer for an RPG. In most cases. Right, like Nocturne was like that for me. It was around 50 hours. And I got all the Magatama, and I even went back and maxed them all out, because there was an achievement for doing that, and maxing the Demi-Fiend stats, so I did that. I think I'm sitting at like 57 hours. I just like listened to a podcast and just grinded. I used the grinding DLC, which I didn't use during the main campaign, but for the sake of maxing his stats and maxing all the Magatama, I think that was money well spent. Yeah. 9 more rolls. Bring us up to a total of 1,200. Once again, twice what we started with for this singular drop. Yes, jealousy is what I'm feeling right now. For those who have not had this much trouble getting Bullman. Spice. I'm feeling spicy because I'm not drawing Bullman. I don't want to make an analogy with this one. Life Aura. The Bullman V4 will give me a Life Aura for the rest of my evening as I go chow down on some ribs. Geddon. There will be an Armageddon if I do not get Bullman in these next 3 draws. Drillman is taunting me. That is another V4 though, but please. Please! Please! 1200 Bugfrags in. And we didn't get it. Well, that's very annoying. I will grind for more Bugfrags, I will grind for Bug Stop. Maybe I'll wait to actually, like... Maybe I'll wait to actually, Well, oh, but if I wait for the stream, then we could end up doing this again next time, which is, like, maybe not the worst thing ever, but I would like to avoid that. If possible. Man. Yeah, streamer luck has run out, yeah. Burned it all with those first 600. I feel like that was pretty lucky though, in retrospect, getting 13 out of 14. Just kind of off rip. But yeah, ideally, whether or not I draw for this off stream and I get it, or I grind a shit ton of Bugfrags and we roll for it again next time, I would like to get around to doing Omega Navis next time, which means I do need to trade over those Mistman chips. Either to someone else on Steam and they trade them back to me on my other version, or I see about setting up an alt Steam account or something, because I know there's some way to do that. And then you like locally share the game or something like that. I don't know exactly how it works, but I don't know. I'll figure something out to make sure that I do that.